Welcome to episode 436. And as we approach the spring equinox on March 20th, nature reaches a moment of perfect balance, equal light and equal dark. But this shift is not just happening around you, it's happening within you. In today's episode, we'll explore the deeper meaning of seasonal awareness in Ayurveda and how this powerful transition can either create imbalance or become a catalyst for renewal. Welcome to the Elements of Ayurveda podcast. I'm your host, Colette. And if you're new to Ayurveda, I recommend starting with the first few episodes where I introduce the foundations of Ayurveda and the doshas. To learn more, work with me, or explore my offerings, you can visit elementshealing and wellbeing.com. And for podcast updates, join me on Instagram at Elements of AyurvedaPodcast. And before we begin, just a quick note to say that this podcast is for educational and inspirational purposes only. It's not intended as medical advice. Now let's dive into this episode. Hey there, and welcome back to the podcast. And this episode is going to go live on March 19th, right on the threshold of the spring equinox, which occurs on March 20th, a powerful moment of seasonal transition. The equinox marks a point of balance, equal day and equal night, light and dark held in perfect symmetry. But in Ayurveda, we understand that this is not just poetic, it's physiological. This moment matters to your biology. And in this episode, I want to go deeper than the usual seasonal tips. In past episodes, I've spoken about Kapha season and the seasonal guidelines. But in this episode, I want to explore what seasonal awareness truly means, why equinox points are physiological vulnerable times, the deeper concept of seasonal accumulation, the relationship between agni, our digestive fire, ama, toxins, and circadian intelligence, and how seasonal transitions are educational opportunities along with cleansing opportunities. The spring equinox is the astronomical beginning of spring in the Northern Hemisphere. The sun crosses the equator, and day and night are nearly of equal length. But energetically, this is a pivot point. In winter, especially late winter, we are in a Kapha-dominant period, and the qualities of cold, damp, heavy, and dense are in the environment. The earth is saturated, and this has an influence on the heaviness of our body and mind too. And then suddenly with spring, light increases. Warmth begins to rise, movement returns, nature transitions before we consciously notice it. And your body feels the shift before your mind does. Ayurveda teaches us that seasonal junctions, called Ritu Sandhi, are delicate windows of time where one season dissolves and another emerges. These are periods of instability in nature, and this can create instability in our bodies. Ayurveda teaches us that this transitional time period plays a pivotal role in maintaining health and preventing disease. In Ayurveda, disease does not begin at diagnosis. It begins with accumulation. Winter is a season of heavier foods, reduced activity, more sleep, richer nourishment, and internalization, all of which are very appropriate during winter season. However, this can result in a Kapha accumulation during the winter months. Now, Kapha does not aggravate immediately. It builds. And then when spring warmth arrives, that accumulated Kapha liquefies like the melting snow. And if we don't cleanse, as Ayurveda recommends, to remove this accumulated Kapha that's now flowing and blocking channels, we may experience seasonal allergies, congestion, sinus issues, sluggish digestion, brain fog, low motivation, spring colds. It's not that spring causes these illnesses, but spring is just revealing what winter accumulated. And this is such an important educational reframe. The body is not betraying you. It's simply expressing stored excess from winter. Now, winter agni, the digestive fire, tends to be strong. Cold weather compresses the heat inwards, strengthening our digestion. And that's why heavier foods feel tolerable in winter. But in early spring, while the seasons are transitioning and the weather is going back and forth between the seasons, this can affect our digestive fire, our agni. Along with the moisture rising in the environment, whether that's with melting snow, spring showers, or increased humidity in the air, our internal digestive fire can become dampened. And this is why many people can experience a loss of appetite, bloating, heaviness after meals, mucus formation, or fatigue. That's not because they're unhealthy, but because their agni, the digestive fire, is transitioning. Seasonal awareness means adjusting before symptoms escalate. And so this means lightening food gradually, moving away from the heavier foods of winter, increasing movement and circulation, waking a little earlier now that the sun is rising earlier, and reducing dairy and cold foods, both of which increase kapha dosha, using spices intentionally to aid the digestive fire, and dry brushing to promote stimulation in the sluggish body. But again, I don't want this to become an episode about lists. I want to talk about awareness. And most modern seasonal living is reactive. We don't take action until the allergies manifest, or until there's weight gain, or until we are suffering from the sinus infections, or until the burnout manifests. But seasonal awareness is proactive. It asks us, what is accumulating? Where am I holding excess? What feels heavy in my body? Or what feels stagnant in my mind? What feels unfinished emotionally? Because spring is not just physical liquefaction, it's also emotional thawing. Have you noticed how emotions surface in spring? Restlessness, irritation, sudden motivation, the desire to clean, purge, reorganize, move the energy in the home. Nature is mobilizing. And the question is, are you supporting that movement or resisting it? Increased kapha dosha brings attachment, comfort, stability, habit. Winter builds comfort structures. And sometimes those structures become our comfort blankets, and they are hard to let go of, especially when kapha has accumulated. Spring disrupts that, which is why spring can feel uncomfortable. It's time to let go of the comforts so you can lighten your body and prevent imbalance and move into spring feeling light, clear, and energetic. And so this discomfort may show up as resistance to change, cravings for sugar or heavy comfort foods, emotional stickiness, or procrastination from a lack of motivation. This is a moment of choice. Do we stay in accumulation and possibly down the path to imbalance and dis-ease? Or do we consciously participate in renewal? Because the equinox is equal light and dark, it's a powerful reflection point. Ask yourself, where am I out of balance? Where have I been overnourishing? Where have I been undermoving? Where am I ready to release? The equinox is nature's reminder, and Ayurveda invites us to move with nature, not against it. Modern cleansing is often treated as a quick fix, a punishment, a way to undo winter, or a dramatic detox. That is not cleansing in Ayurveda. A true Ayurvedic cleanse is gentle, rhythmic, structured and personalized to you and your lifestyle, grounded in daily routine, designed to strengthen Agni, your digestive fire, and designed to teach you about your patterns. And this is why my digestive reset cleanse is not just about removing the ama, the accumulated toxins, but it also promotes awareness and educates you on your unique constitution. And cleanse participants learn their unique signs of imbalance, what true hunger and fullness feels like, how emotions affect digestion, how routine stabilizes the nervous system, improving sleep, and how food and meal timings impact clarity, and how simplicity can feel spacious. And that education increases awareness, which becomes the catalyst to implement healthy habits, which you can sustain and which help you maintain balance going forward. Now, if you're ready to take action before experiencing imbalances in your body and mind, and you want support in lightening your body, resetting digestion, clarifying the mind, reestablishing rhythm, and removing winter accumulation gently, then check out my discounted group Digestive Reset Cleanse starting April 17th. Now, if that date does not work for your schedule, you can book a private cleanse and choose your own dates. Both the group and private cleanses include an online consultation with me so that I can tailor the cleanse to your current health status and your lifestyle to ensure success. To register, visit elementshealingandwellbeing.com and book your online consultation today. And the earlier you book that consultation, the more prep work you can do in advance of the cleanse, which is always helpful. And I'll also put a link to that in the show notes. And so now I want to look at seasonal awareness as a lifelong practice, because seasonal awareness builds resilience. When you track how you feel in each season, what accumulates, what improves, how it affects your body and mind, how your energy shifts, which of course is all unique to your doshic makeup, you begin to see patterns. You begin to trust your body and intervene early. Now, this is preventative medicine. Small seasonal adjustments, repeated annually and refined over time, is how health becomes stable. Nature is moving at this time of year. Have you noticed that the birds are more active and chirping early in the morning? They're getting busy. And the question is, are you moving with nature? Or are you holding winter inside your tissues, your habits, and your thoughts? The spring equinox is your invitation, not to do more, but to tune into nature. And if you feel called to go deeper, to experience seasonal transition in a supported, structured way, then please come join that discounted group Spring Cleanse starting April 17th. It's a healing journey, but it's also an educational journey with a private community for support and accountability. And upon completion, you'll not only feel lighter and clearer, but wiser about your own body. So I recommend registering early and booking your cleanse consultation well in advance of the April 17th start date. So you can already start on implementing self-care and mindfulness practices. And I can give you lots of tips about your diet and lifestyle before you even start the cleanse that will really help your transition into the cleanse. And if you want to chat before booking, then just take advantage of my free 15-minute services inquiry call. We can hop on Zoom and I can answer any questions you have. So that's it for this episode. May this equinox bring clarity, balance, and gentle renewal for you. And if you think that this episode will be helpful to family or friends, please share it with them so we can spread this wisdom of Ayurveda. And if you feel like you're getting benefit from my podcast, I would appreciate a rating and review wherever you listen. Don't forget to follow and subscribe so the new episodes download automatically. And please come join me on social media. On Instagram, it's Elements of Ayurveda Podcast. And on Facebook, it's Elements Healing and Wellbeing. Until next time, take good care of yourself, be well, and bye for now. Slán go fóill.